Hey, what is this? Cool. It's Mike with the mic.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised.
What up, though? What up, though? Y'all know the drill, man. Jumping on here for a second. See if we can get some things cracking. I was just chilling. Was about to take my ass downstairs, but I said, fuck it. I guess me and Mr. Nick could get at it tomorrow, man. Let me get all this shit out the way first. You got any questions about the show, being a guest, submitting some music, submitting a topic, anything like that, advertising, is Mike with a Mike 313 at gmail.com. That's Mike with a Mike 313 at gmail.com. Shop with your folks. We got Deuce 5 clothing. We got platinumstatus.com, createdbyjones.com, detroitcousins.com, Betty's Girls Party event planning for all your party and setup needs. You can catch them on Instagram, and we can get cracking, man. Like I say, man, I was just going to get a few sets in, but I said, fuck it, man. I have to stayed over a little bit at work and fighting that goddamn snow. It came down today a little bit kind of quick on our ass, man. I mean, I got a Jeep and I'm straight, but I don't stop these other motherfuckers from driving stupid. Man, these motherfuckers be flying and shit. They think they fucking cars can do the shit they see on them fucking commercials. I'm so sick of y'all with that. Y'all know what the fuck going on with these niggas out here flying with them goddamn pickup trucks and shit. But they get to it out here. I ain't gonna lie. I give them their credit, man. And where we stay at, these motherfuckers damn near be catching the flakes when them bitches fall out the sky. So I give them their credit for that, but y'all, you know, how motherfuckers be, man, acting like every time it snow, motherfuckers act like it's the first time they ever seen snow in their motherfucking life, man. That's the shit be getting on my goddamn nerve. But, you know, excuse me. I just take it easy and make sure I get home on time, you know, slow and steady wins the race. You know, I'm off tomorrow, so I ain't got to deal with the whole shit. I stay my ass in the house for real. You know, just trying to get these ladies back to 100%. My baby sick, wife sick, coughing and shit. I'm sniffling and all that shit, man, for real. So when y'all in there, just throw up a prayer for me one time to swiftly remove this virus out my house, man. This shit bullshit. This shit whack. Got to sit back and watch my wife and daughter be sick. Can't do shit about it, man. It's far worse on my baby, though, because, you know, she can't even tell you what's wrong. She sleep, be coughing and shit, out there sleeping, crying, man. That shit just make a nigga feel like a dirt bag. It's all bullshit, but just next time you on the line, you know, just mention that for me one time. I appreciate it. Just let them know that we got some shit over here. We trying to get up out of here for real, but I'll get to the shit, man, because I was watching, what's the name? Phoenix the other day, last night. And the question popped in my mind when I was watching KD play, like, is he a hoe? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna slice it like this, man. Cause, you know, the same shit I be defending Bron on, I can't attack KD for doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just leave it there. You know, I'll just say this and, you know, so say my little piece and leave it there. You know, as a person, do I think he a hoe? Yeah, because, you know, the burner accounts and shit like that, I already done said, like, you know, his hair and shit like that. And, you know, the nigga trying to act like, you know, shit don't bother him. You know what I'm saying? I hate when all athletes do that, to be honest. Like, nigga, we humans, my nigga. If I got up, you know, like, it's people put shit online about me before, and that shit was just like, nigga, bitch said I was gay. Like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? Ann said she knew the nigga I was fucking. Like, this shit was crazy. So if a nigga say some shit about a nigga, like when Brian was walking out and the girl was like, how does it feel to be a pussy ass bitch? And he like, damn, bitch, like that, you know what I'm saying? That's normal. So I just don't, that's one thing I don't like about KD. Like, I don't read the critics, but then you got a burner account. Like, yeah, you do. Ain't nothing wrong with that, nigga. Come in the comment section and say, hey, man, I tried to win the game, whatever. Or don't say nothing, but don't try to act like it don't bother you when it do. That's one of the things I don't like about him and all athletes. It's okay to be a regular motherfucker because that's what you are. Like, you just got some money. That be the part killer be, you know, niggas get that money and then they be all of a sudden, I don't fuck with that and I don't do this and all that. Yeah, you a regular nigga still, man. You know, I just think about shit like that. I just feel like as far as the hair and shit go, like my nigga, if you ain't gonna brush it, like nigga, at least keep it cut. You got enough money, nigga, for a nigga to follow you around and cut that shit like as it grow, nigga, like hair by hair. You know what I'm saying? But I had saw somebody say something about him being a hoe because they say he ring chasing. And to be honest, man, like I'm cool with that because ain't that what the fuck you supposed to be doing? Like if you love basketball and you like to compete, you also want to win. Like don't nobody want to be on Sacramento averaging 40 and losing. You want to average 40 and win. You want to play with niggas that's going to help you win. Like nobody is like, I always say that about like the draft. Like, why is we rewarding these niggas for being trash? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the niggas in the middle of the road should get the first pick. Like, to be honest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, picture if like Memphis got the first pick. You know what I'm saying? That'll put them right back in the mix. Or New Orleans or somebody got the first pick. Like, what the fuck we giving it to Detroit for 2 years, 3 years from now, the nigga to still end up leaving? You know what I'm saying? And then you give them to Detroit, and now Detroit middle of the road, and now Sacramento got the first pick. Then next thing you know, Orlando got the first pick. And it's just like y'all spreading these niggas around, but y'all know my solution to all of that. I always said, if we get rid of about 5 or 6 goddamn teams, take the Clippers, probably put them up in Seattle or something like that, get Sacramento the fuck out of here, get Memphis and Toronto out of here, get Orlando the fuck out of here. Like shit teams like that, get rid of one of them Texas teams and all that shit, or move them, take the Texas team, one of them Texas teams, and they ask to Las Vegas or something. You know what I'm saying? But cut these motherfuckers down about 5, 6 teams. That way it ain't no trash teams. Everybody got 2, 3 star players in. But that's just me, man. I'm just saying. I don't blame the nigga for like chasing rings, man, because niggas don't want to end up all fucked up. And as far as the team jumping, that's the stick I can't hit him with because I ain't hit Brian with it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hit Barkley with it. I ain't hit Pippen with it. So I'm not gonna come down on one nigga for doing this shit because truth is, you got to dip on these teams. Like fuck them. Like to be honest, man. Like some of them owners, man, they don't give a fuck about nothing but getting money. You know what I'm saying? Like the NBA, like that shit don't mean nothing to them. Like it's just like sometimes it be they third, fourth, kind of stream of income. They just kind of like use that to do what they really want to do. Like niggas want to start a car company, they'll buy an NBA team with a 200 million, let that shit build up because they focus on buying fucking downtown Miami and fixing it up. They don't give a fuck about winning no ring, and they don't give a fuck about wasting KD's life on that shit neither. So I get why niggas dip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Them niggas just be so rich. I guess as long as them tickets selling and, they got a star on the team and jersey selling, I think they own the rights to all that, like the logos and all that shit, man. They making money hand over fist around this bitch. They don't give a fuck if they win a ring or not. Like the Knicks getting money. They sell that bitch out every fucking night. And it don't even seem like they trying to fucking win. Like they was like, yeah, we gonna get KD and Kyrie. That shit didn't work out. They didn't even go for nobody else. It was like, goddamn, you ain't gonna try to get Harden or nobody? Like they was like, fuck it, come on, Derrick Rose. Like that shit was crazy. But some of them owners really don't give a fuck about no ring, man. But then again, it's some, who own a team and it's their only source of income, and them the teams that ain't really trying to pay nobody or spend no money to win, cause they probably trying to pay a loan back or something. Like some of these niggas be taking out $300-400 million loans to get into these motherfucking situations, and they like, nigga, I ain't trying to pay this nigga and do this and this nigga and try to all this marketing and all that shit, nigga, and I gotta pay these niggas back fucking $654,000 a month. We up here crying about our motherfucking $100 credit card. Picture when that motherfucking statement come in from Wells Fargo or some motherfucking body, and it's $655,000 or some shit, or $2.4 million. Nigga, you better hide that shit. They put lock them motherfucking doors. That shit crazy. But I just be kind of noticing stuff like that. I be wondering if that's what's going on with certain teams. Like, why wouldn't you want to win? You know what I'm saying? But that's coming from a hooper though. You know what I'm saying? So I had to bend over and say, yo, I think I probably got to pause that. But that's why I had to lean over and be like, let me look at it from their side. Maybe they don't give a fuck about basketball at all. And that's why you got to fucking dip. So, you know, that's why it's part of me that's like, yeah, they some hoes, but you know, I got to excuse it because I'm a hooper, man. And ain't nobody trying to be getting popped like that. Like, especially if you like Bron or KD and you got these legacies and you want to be going down as one of the greats and you got to get that motherfucking ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's the knock on Barkley, man. Like, the reason when we talk about power forwards and Barkley get knocked down because he ain't got no ring. But you can't tell me that Barkley ain't better than Dirk, man. Like, prime Barkley, Dirk is up there. I got Dirk as the best white boy. I got him over Bird. But, like, he's not better than Barkley. I would rather hire Karl Malone than Dirk, man, like, for real. But he can always dig in that pocket on them niggas, and they can't say shit, man. Like, when the shit really hit the fan, y'all see how Shaq be doing Barkley on that nigga as soon as that nigga get to talking too little motherfucking greasy. That nigga Shaq digging that motherfucking pocket on that nigga, and he can't say nothing. Because that's just what the fuck it is. You know, niggas be on these fucking teams, man, like putting up crazy numbers, man. Niggas 35, 14, 12, 6, 4, and 3. You know what I'm saying? And checking the best player just to get popped and get swept in the first round, like, and then not even end up with the first pick. Like, that shit is crazy to me. So I get it. And that's why, I don't know, man. That's why you got to go to a team where the owner care about winning, I guess, like Mark Cuban or somebody, or the Clippers owner. You could tell them niggas like really want to win. Like, maybe MJ and them down there in Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? But that's one of the teams on my hit list to get rid of, you know what I'm saying? But like, you can keep them if you get rid of other teams, because if you collide, you know, you take the Memphis players and put them on Charlotte, nigga, that's a decent team, nigga. You put motherfucking Jotnam over there with LaMelo and them, man, they got that'll be a nice little squad right there. So, you know, I always say that. So you gotta. And I guess it's hard to do because, you know, while Bron out there breaking his motherfucking neck, this nigga coming home too tired to even, you know, nigga done played 48 minutes, don't fuck around and go into overtime. Nigga had to check KD all the whole fucking game. I don't know if y'all niggas know how much energy that shit take. I don't give a fuck what kind of shape you in. That shit'll fuck you up. And this nigga too tired to even play with his goddamn kids. Nigga too worn out to even drop the ride in his goddamn wife. Nigga can't even eat sometimes. Be so tired, then you fuck around and lose. Now you all sad and depressed. Y'all niggas don't understand how much niggas love basketball, you know. And then I remember, like, and hoopers can attest, or any sports player I could say, but you know, I'm talking hoops because that's what I did. Like, you lose and a motherfucker come up to you and be like, don't worry about it, man, it's just a game. Like, y'all niggas be damn near about to get hit in the motherfucking mouth saying that goofy shit. Don't say that. This nigga Coach Hall had us running, nigga, from school down the ridge and back, and then practice, and nigga, we running and lifting and all this shit and beating on these niggas, and then Tuesday come and we play and get popped, and your ass standing in the doorway talking about it's just a game, nigga. You out your motherfucking mind. I gotta hear this shit from these hoe ass niggas, and these niggas talking shit, nigga. What make you think I don't want to win? So it's more than just a game. So when niggas dip the fuck out, I don't blame them. Like, I really don't, man. Like, I don't know, man. And the crazy part is, when it come to like Bron, since we kind of on that Bron and KD type shit, but like, what the fuck, like, Dan Gilbert out here doing? Like, he taking that money and he building up downtown. He not giving a fuck about no basketball or winning no championship. But when they won, he jumped his ass right up there. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I kind of feel him. You know what I'm saying? On that bullshit. It's like, I don't think that nigga really concerned about that shit. But Bron was generating that fucking team billions of dollars, my nigga. So he should get paid. But then it's like, how the fuck you expect him to win when Mo Williams is second best player, man? And that's no knock to Mo Williams. Mo Williams was cold. He would have been a cold ass fourth option. Like, if you got Mo Williams as your fourth option, oh nigga, you cooking. But nigga, I don't think I want to go into the playoffs with that nigga being my second option. So I feel Bron getting the fuck on, especially when the nigga do some whole shit like, oh, you need some help. You need some help. I'm going to go get you old ass Shaq. I'm going to go get you old ass Ben Wallace. Like, come on, man. Don't do him like that. and then get mad when the nigga dip. And basically, nigga got damn near called Bron a monkey. That nigga tried to treat that nigga like he was some kind of slave that escaped. That nigga was over. He's disloyal and all this. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? Nigga, you ain't make him. God did. What the fuck? You just happen to be an owner of a team that was trash to get the first pick. Like, nigga, he could have easily went to Detroit or nigga the fucking Heat. Anybody could have got that first pick and that would have changed their franchise too. That don't make them some kind of better owner or some more obligated to his motherfucking talent. Like, that shit was crazy to me when the nigga left. Niggas burning his jersey and shit. That man just nigga averaged a triple-double in the fucking finals and got swept by the goddamn Spurs, I think, when he dipped. Like, what the fuck you want the man to do? Like, god damn. Nigga chased down Iguodala like that, man, and y'all motherfuckers talking shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. Nigga scored, what, 27 in a row? And y'all gonna burn his jersey? The disrespect is at an all-time high when it comes to that nigga. I think that might be part of the reason why I like the nigga, man, because, like, niggas just hate on that man. That man built the goddamn school, but I ain't gonna fuck with it. I'm just saying, I get it. Go ring chase. Get as many as you can. Cause niggas talk that bullshit. But nigga, if we was in our prime and we was on some shit and we was up for fucking contract or be traded, and them niggas said, they told us, well, Orlando got $215 million for you, or you can go to the Clippers and get 140. Niggas probably gonna go to the Clippers because it's a better chance for you to fucking win over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so go ahead, man. I guess, I don't know, man. I guess what make them hoes is lying about it. I guess that's where I probably nail it to the floor. And what I'm mad about with KD, and happy that he did, you know, I get that's my mixed feelings on KD, is a couple of things. One is that he let that OKC thing fall apart. Like, they should have held on to that shit, because I really believe if that team didn't break up, Golden State don't have the run that they had. Like, I think that fucking OKC team was better. And also, I don't know if Bron them had that kind of run either. You know what I'm saying? Because that OKC team would have got them a couple. I really, truly believe that, man, because I stand on, you know, OKC had just a couple more years to mature a little bit. Man, they was better than Golden State. And you know, why I think that is that I think they had enough, like, defense, you know, to, you know, hold them down, you know, even if they had a bad offensive night, even though I don't know why they would with a mature Harden and a mature KD and the Russ, you know what I'm saying? Like, that they defense would have offset even Russ fuck ups, you know what I'm saying? Because he was over there on some goofy shit too. But 2-3 more years of that shit, man. They had Ibaka, they had the motherfucker Percolator, and they had that then they had that Robinson nigga, the nigga shooting air balls and shit. But the nigga had D though, the nigga lock a nigga the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? And that let KD them rest, you know what I'm saying? So that shit just would have been crazy to me. But to me, I just feel like the owner said fuck it, or the coach or something, like they wasn't paying Harden or they weren't gonna start the nigga, and that was kind of the snowball. But I feel like KD should have went in there and said, no, we can't break this up, and they would have listened to him. I really think that. So, you know, I get why Harden was like, fuck y'all too. And I guess another thing I would say is I really don't think KD is like good enough to carry a team to a ring by itself. Like, he's a good scorer and all that, but like, he not like the Bron type nigga. He not the Jordan type nigga. Like Jordan is gonna check Kobe. Kobe is gonna check Jordan. He's gonna give you 30, and he's gonna, even if Jordan get 30 on Kobe, he's gonna think it probably have to take 30 shots to fucking get it. The same way, KD ain't gonna check Bron, but Bron was checking KD. That be the fucking difference. And I just don't think KD that type of nigga. Like, he's not going to check Bron. He's not going to check Kawhi. He's not going to, you know, line up on Kobe or nobody like that. Rest in peace to the motherfucking Mamba. But KD don't want that smoke with niggas like that. That's why I don't think, like, he can be on, like, a team like Brooklyn by himself and win it all. He need to go to a team like Phoenix. He need to go to, like, the Golden State shit. I ain't really feeling that, but nigga, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think the Nets team was good enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like the KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons, or with James Harden or whatever, but the Ben Simmons, that was enough. Like, I know Kyrie was on that bullshit and that nigga be drifting off with his sage and all that shit from time to time, but I really think it's enough. And that nigga Kyrie, man, like, niggas probably gonna be hating on me, but like, I don't give a fuck, man. Kyrie is on my top 10 most overrated players of all time list. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got that nigga in there with Dominique and fucking Bill Walton. Like, niggas who just, I really don't get why y'all niggas be like, oh shit, when y'all get this nigga like y'all finna win a ring. Like, I don't get that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, when Sean Kemp went to Cleveland, I was like, man, if y'all don't chill the fuck out, like, he ain't that kind of dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kemp is a second option. Kemp need a point guard. Cold as he was, you ain't dumping that bitch down to Kemp. And Kemp is one of my top 10 favorite players. Niggas know how I feel about Kemp. But, like, you really ain't dumping that bitch down to him and expecting 35 and 15 in the game 6. Like, the nigga, I don't think the nigga gonna do no shit like that 2-3 games in a row. So that's kind of where, you know, I mean, sad to say, that's where I put Kyrie. So yeah, I said it. And first, before I get the hating on this nigga, Kyrie cold-blooded. The nigga is cold, man. Like, when it come to the dribbling and all the dupes he doing and, you know, all the twisting, and he one of the best finishers. He definitely is. Like, he's definitely top 5 dead or alive when it come to that. But really, when you think about it, what has the nigga really done? Like, I mean, as a leader and as the first option, and not a motherfucking thing. Like, and I asked the question, when has the nigga ever been the best player on his team? On a team that he was on. I mean, I give him that Cavs team when Bron won there. You know what I'm saying? And I might even listen to the Boston argument, but was he really the best player on that team, or he was just the older nigga with the ring? I think he had the ring by then. Like, so was he really better than Tatum, or was Tatum just a fucking baby? You know what I'm saying? That's what I say, like, a team like that, a couple years growing, they probably could have did something. You know what I'm saying? Then he lied about that too. So, you know, I'll be back and all that. But like the Bron Cavs, Bron was the best player. On the Nets, KD was the best player, and Harden is better than him too. And I don't know, that's a toss-up. I might go Kyrie over Harden. But KD was the best player. On the Mavs, Luka the best player. So any nigga want to talk shit about Kyrie to me, go ahead. When has he been the best player on a team that was actually a contender? He's a second option, and ain't nothing wrong with that. He's a hell of a second option. But that nigga ain't winning. You ain't putting that nigga on Charlotte and expecting them to do shit. Like, for real. That nigga better go get up under somebody like he fucking did and hope that shit work out. I still don't think that math shit gonna work out. I think you need a big fella, or you need a point guard in the wing. Like, I don't think you gonna get away with 2 guards. I don't think you gonna get away with 2 big fellas, or you ain't gonna get away with 2. Like, I don't even think like Kawhi and LeBron would work. You know what I'm saying? Like, as good as they is, like, nigga, who gonna shoot the threes? You know what I'm saying? Type shit. I'm down 3. I don't think I want Kawhi coming around shooting that bitch, or Bron. I might give it to Bron. Fuck it, let it. His shit, he at least make enough to argue about. But I'm just saying, when it come to this nigga Kyrie, y'all niggas be crazy with that nigga. And I ain't saying the nigga ain't cold. I want the nigga on my team. I'm just saying, this nigga ain't never been a thought in nobody's mind about being the best player in the league in his fucking career, or ever brought up in the MVP race. Never once in his fucking career. I go down with that one. Any nigga want to argue whatever year, let's do it. Never once. So, you know, cut the malarkey on that, man. This nigga ain't never been top tier in his whole career, man. For real, like, damn show ain't top tier now. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like 30, 31. He got about 2 more years of all that shit he doing now before that shit start rusting away, and niggas gonna be like that. But that nigga damn near, to me, and niggas say what the fuck they want to say, that nigga damn near on the same level as fucking Paul George and fucking Devin Booker to me, man. Motherfuckers like James Harden, they all right there. You know, niggas cold, but niggas ain't gonna do shit solo or as the leader or the head of a fucking team. Them niggas done proved that shit already, man. Harden blew the fucking shit off in fucking Houston. Shit, Kyrie, when he was the man in Cleveland, them niggas got, what, 3 number 1 picks while Bron was gone, and that nigga was there. Come on, man. Chill the fuck out, man. So, I mean, Harden, he won MVP. And it ain't been a day in my life or y'all's that y'all ever thought that he was really the best player in the fucking league. Like, they gave MVPs to fucking Steve Nash. He ain't never been the best player in the fucking league. For real. Like, I argue the Jokers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when have you ever was like the Joker is the best player in the league, or I would not trade him for nobody? Like, it's niggas you would trade Joker for. It's not niggas how many niggas you would really trade for? Like, if you had Milwaukee, who can really call you and trade you straight up for Greek? It's only probably one or two niggas. And like, you still probably wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with his broke ass jumper. So when they go to the MVP shit, I don't want to hear that shit. When they go to the best handles and all that shit, I don't want to hear that shit. That nigga Kyrie is on the same level as them niggas, man. And that's just where I put him at, like right next to niggas like Harden. And as far as the tier shit go, let me explain that for niggas be, cause y'all niggas, the way y'all tier shit is just, I hear niggas the way y'all layouts be crazy to me. Let me explain my motherfucking, the way I lay my tier out. I guess I would say, cause y'all would like to put, like, the first tier, y'all want to put 5 niggas up there. You know what I'm saying? And y'all second tier got 10 niggas. Like, I don't do it like that. If you put a fucking diamond up, nigga, it's smaller at the fucking top, nigga, and it's wider at the fucking bottom for a fucking reason. That's why they fucking use the fucking like that. So you can understand, nigga, 2 go here and then like that or whatever. But how I stack it is, my tier 1 only got 2 spots. And then maybe second tier maybe got 5, and then maybe third tier maybe got 8, and you know, maybe the fourth tier might go 10, maybe 15, or I might go third tier might go 10 and fourth go 18. But I'll go 2, 5, 8, 10, and we'll do it like that to keep it fucking nailed to the flow. Fuck it. Nah, you telling me under that layout, Kyrie dribbling ass top tier? Hell no. Ain't no fucking way you would say that shit, man. Like, the 2 best players to me right now in the 2 top spots, I would probably go KD and Greek. That'll be tier 1. The two niggas right there. And you might like can argue that nigga Luka up there, man, cause that nigga cold, man. It's just that nigga don't play enough D and rebound for me, so I can't really throw the nigga up there like that. But point is, Kyrie ain't up there. We do know that. Like, that nigga round 4th tier to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just where he at around this bitch. That's why I be confused about when teams get this nigga and they be really thinking like it's an automatic ring, because I guess because he got one in Cleveland. Like, man, I don't, like, come on, man, that Brian them did that. Like, they did that shit together, of course, but don't act like y'all don't know why the fuck they won. The nigga averaged a damn near 40-point triple-double. Kyrie was busting ass, yeah, but the reason why you was getting single covered because they was over here worried about Brian. Don't act like, nigga, you was just cooking niggas and they couldn't do shit with you. Come on, man, because honestly, man, you put a big nigga on Kyrie, man, you kind of slow that nigga down. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of niggas you can throw on that nigga. Kawhi, Paul George, like niggas like that, man. Jimmy Butler, they giving that nigga fits, man. Like, let's just be for real. When they get down into the playoffs, you throw Dame on that nigga, it's crazy. And we ain't even gonna speak on that. This nigga, he just as valuable to a team as Paul George and Harden, man. Like, he's a hell of a second option, man. But he ain't no Dame to me. Like I don't think, I know Portland ain't that good, but if you swap him with Kyrie, man, like, they gonna be the same or worse. Like, seriously, like, let's just keep it 100 on some shit like that. And he damn sure ain't no KD, and he ain't no Greek, and he ain't no Luka, and he ain't no fucking Joker. Like, for real, that nigga ain't even on no Bron shit, to be honest, man. Like, I don't know, man. According to my layout, let's say that, man, the top 2 tiers is only 7 spots. And is Kyrie really top 7 in the league, like, today? Like, I don't think so, man. Fuck no. Like, I even ask, when has he ever been in his career? Like, niggas might really say that's hating, but like, when have y'all niggas ever said Kyrie should have won MVP? Or when have y'all ever been like, Kyrie is the best player in the league? Like, never in his career. And that's not knocking this nigga at all, man. The nigga is cold-blooded. I ain't taking nothing from this nigga except y'all niggas who think when he come to y'all team that y'all finna get an automatic ring. Not gonna fucking happen. But real talk, this how I look at some shit. That's how I really look at it. Call the Bucks and offer them niggas Kyrie for Greek straight up. For real. To watch how they hang up in your fucking face, then block your fucking number. For real. Greek, fuck no. The Joker, fuck no. Dame, hell no. KD, hell no. Kawhi, hell no. Embiid, hell no. Bron, no. Steph, no. Tatum, no. Like, nigga, that's straight Dick Gregory voice, huh? Like, nigga. Niggas don't, nigga, you ain't trading them for that. Nah, who would you trade them for? That's when you get to the third tier niggas. That's what I'm saying. Fucking Booker, I'll do it. Give me Kyrie for Booker. Like, probably not Phoenix because you don't want Chris Paul and Kyrie. But I'm just saying, if I trade Booker for Kyrie. If I was a team and I had fucking Booker and somebody called and say, I'll offer you Kyrie, I'll probably do it. Like, but probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because if Phoenix, Jaylen Brown, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe Harden. Yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Only to pair him up with Embiid. I would love to see Kyrie and Embiid. That'll be a hell of a pick and roll. Paul George, there we go. Huh? Give him here. Jimmy Butler. Yeah, there we go. Come on, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga is just third or fourth tier around this bitch. And I don't know why niggas be having a problem facing that kind of shit, man. But let the Bucks call Dallas right now and tell them niggas, let's trade goddamn Kyrie for Greek straight up. Man, Mark Cuban will run out on that goddamn floor and pull that trigger during the timeout. He'll call a timeout. For real, that nigga take the fucking fine and everything. Nigga, get your bag, put your shit, you gotta go. See if we can get this nigga Greek to play the second half over here. But my point is this, man. Y'all just got to chill on that Kyrie shit. But fuck Kyrie. Shout out to him, you know what I'm saying, Kyrie, for his stance with the shot and all that shit. And, you know, how he handled that Jew shit. He stood his ground. I think he's a good dude. I think he's a good basketball player. I just don't think he is high as y'all niggas like to put that nigga. That's all I'm saying. Is the nigga really better than Luka? Come on, man. Like, seriously. No, they damn near the same. But Luka just because he's younger, basically, and Luka just do just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm saying, I shout out to Kyrie, man. He covering up the logos on the shoes. I saw the nigga at the All-Star game, all that shit. I think he's a solid dude, but like I said, he ain't never popped in my head as the best player in the league since I met that nigga. So I don't know. Hell of a teammate. I definitely want him on my team, but it's a reason why you keep getting single covered over there. For real, because the teams y'all playing, they preoccupied with Bron, KD, and fucking Tatum and all them. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I love to have that argument with a real diehard Kyrie fan. The doors of the church is open over here, but you know, fuck Kyrie, man. I was on the KD ring chasing shit. Let me get that. And back to that, I do not blame him at all, man. I don't blame him. I don't blame Bron. I don't blame Vince, T-Mac, Barkley, Karl Malone, Kemp. Karl Malone pulled the trigger too late. Kemp, I think he was just kind of out of it. You know what I'm saying? I think Jordan might have broke that nigga's spirit. I don't know. But because it's all about winning, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the only one thing that throw the bow on your career. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas really ain't trying to end up like Barkley now, man. So I'm pretty sure if Melo had it to do all over, he probably would have went to Miami with Bron, or maybe he would have stayed in Denver. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that was it, man. Dominique probably would have dipped, because, you know, I used to always be like, why the fuck is he staying there? Just knowing how high they hold the ring, man. So I can't knock KD for that, man, because I don't knock other niggas. So I can't come down on it. But when moves like that get made, it just make me feel worse for a nigga like Dame, though, because he's loyal to the motherfuckers and he just out there. You know what I'm saying? Like Joker. I see that shit for Ja Morant, like even Zion. Like, damn, I forgot about Zion. Like, would you trade Kyrie for Zion? Like, if you was the fucking Pelicans, probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. Like, I know Dallas would do it. Shit, if the Pelicans called and they told that nigga, give us fucking Kyrie and you take Zion, man, shit. But what if the Mavericks called him? And they probably gonna say fuck no. So chase away KD. That's all I'm saying, man. Because if he would have stayed in OKC and not won, we'd be saying how stupid he was, or how he not really this because he ain't got no ring and all that shit, man. Or question his ability and all that shit like we do Malone and Ewan and fucking Vince and all them, man. You know what I'm saying? So do your thing, Playboy, because who to say that the owner even gives a fuck about winning the title, man, for real. And that might be the issue with Dame. They and this nigga, you know what I'm saying, and promising them shit and never do it, and they eating up this man prime. But I guess he, you know, he signed the extension, so that's kind of him. But, you know, next thing you know, man, you got fuck niggas like, I don't know, Jared Allen, Jared Dudley, not Jared Allen, Jared Dudley. That nigga pulling this fucking ring out at the fucking Christmas, the NBA Christmas party, stunting on the real goons like Dame and Karl Malone and fuck the mellows of the fucking league. You know what I'm saying? So my shit to Dame is, man, get up out of there, man. If they not gonna get you some help, and it just don't seem like they gonna get that nigga Dame no fucking help, and that's fucked up, because if you really take Dame and you put that nigga, say you put that nigga on Philly with Harden, that's gonna be crazy, man. That now you talking about a goddamn ring. When you put them through, that's a hell of a. Or you put that nigga, you put Dame on the Clippers, man. Ooh. You talking about some serious business. Now you talking about 1, 2, 3 seed. Mm-hmm. Now you got a motherfucking chance, and that's why I say I can't blame the nigga. Get KD. Go ahead, get as many as you can. Even if I think you're a hoe for going to Golden State in that whole deal, because you only can have one, man. To me, you only gonna get paid or win. There's only been a few greats that did both, man. You talking about Jordan, Kobe, Bron, maybe Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you got niggas like Pippen, Bosh, Gasol, Paul Gasol, KG, like Melo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not Melo, but I'm saying they, like Pippen them, they took the pay cut and they got the goddamn ring. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't enough to go around to everybody. That's just how I go. Like, Bosh could have stayed in Toronto, put up crazy ass fucking numbers, got paid, but he definitely wouldn't have had no ring. Like how Kawhi drugged them motherfuckers to the finals. I don't think Bosh can do that, because he can't get out there and check, you know, Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is crucial in that series. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas was hurt, and, you know, niggas hate on that fucking Toronto ring, but whatever, nigga, they won. Fuck what y'all talking about. He got a ring, nigga, and fucking Karl Malone don't. So that's what I'm saying. You can super max your shit like Melo and drain the shit out of your team, and they don't got nothing but $3 left to get you some fucking help. Now you fucking hospital gown. Like Harden, you know, and not get shit, man. Harden is, I don't see no ring in that nigga future. You should have stayed in Brooklyn, motherfucker. Y'all had it. He should have really been the one begging. KD can go somewhere and make some shit crack. Kyrie can go somewhere and make some shit crack. Kyrie and another nigga, let's do it. KD and anybody else, nigga, let's do it. Now we believe in Harden. It's certain places you can go, and Philly ain't it. He should have just went to Atlanta and been next to Lil Baby in the titty bars. That probably should have what the fuck that nigga should have did. But, you know, you could just accept the tier that you really own, man, to get the job done. If it's about getting the job done, that's all I'm saying. And that's the Kyrie problem and the Russ problem. You know, they think they good enough to get paid and win. Like, Russ, you took that big ass contract, man. Like, only teams can really afford to give you that contract is weak teams, because the good teams already paid the players that's better than you. So if you're not gonna take no pay cut, my nigga, nah, you ain't gonna get paid and win, nah, fam. With that being said, with all this jaw jacking out the way, I still don't think Phoenix got enough. Like, I just don't. Like, they gonna score, and maybe that's they plan to just outscore niggas. They gonna take the Golden State route, but Golden State play D. I can't even put that on their jacket. Like, they play D because they got Draymond in them, and then, you know, they had Iguodala in them, and what was the little jumping nigga named Gary Trent Jr.? I think that was what it was. The niggas played D. And if Steph and Clay ain't got to check Dame, that makes the whole series another series. If they can go and put Iguodala in the game and say, you check Bron so fucking Steph can be fresh down, that's a whole different deal. KD was on Golden State, Iguodala them, and whoever else was checking Bron. Them niggas wasn't checking that nigga. They was helping out on him, and they did a good job. So maybe that's what fucking Phoenix going for, the outscore shit. But who the fuck is them niggas gonna stop, man? Niggas can't stop a nosebleed. For real, man. Niggas, he had, like, honestly, KD on Phoenix, you had that much help on fucking Brooklyn. Like, I don't know why the nigga left. Maybe he just got tired of the shenanigans and all the bullshit and got the fuck on. But them niggas can't. I don't see Phoenix. Y'all traded y'all defenders, man. Like, honestly, man, niggas. I think he had a better chance in Brooklyn. Like, for real, man. And that's why, you know, I be ready to sock this nigga because I be feeling like he don't know how great he is sometimes. Like, damn, KD, like, nigga, like, you didn't have to go to Golden State to win a ring. I get it. So you can go ahead and get you one, and then you got the fuck on, because he could have signed an extension. He could still be there, because I'm pretty sure they would love to have him there. But sometimes that, man, like, all that, I'm Kevin fucking Durant, and I'm Kevin bleeping Durant, and all that shit, sounding all unsure about the shit, like his mama had to convince him to say the shit and make him say it and shit. Next time you on TV, you let them know who you is. That's how that shit damn near came off, because the shit don't translate to the fucking floor, my nigga. Like, fuck saying that shit, nigga. Get out there and prove it. He hit that good ass shot though. I give him that credit, man. And he hit that 3 in Cleveland. That was a big shot, but like, it's easy to take those shots when you're on a team that's supposed to win and y'all overflowing with confidence. And that's just what it is, man. I just don't think that they got enough. I don't think they even got enough offense to offset their lack of defense. Let me say it that way. Like, if them niggas go 3-4 dry possessions on offense, is they really gonna stop somebody 4 or 5 possessions, or 3 out of 4 possessions? Probably not. Like, I don't know, man. Cause, like, let's just say, case in point, the refs swallow their whistles and don't call shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they did when the Nets played the fucking Bucks, when KD was over there and shit, man. And they let that nigga PJ Tucker just basically beat the dog shit out of KD every goddamn game, the whole fucking series. Let that nigga beat the dog shit out that man. That nigga went full fucking bad boys, Rick Mahorn on that nigga, and KD and the refs act like they ain't see shit. And Craig let him do it. Like, for real, had that nigga PJ Tucker thinking like he was like really locking KD up and he just some kind of defensive specialist. Man, you can't fuck with KD. Like, if KD depend on them kind of calls, and like, you know, nigga bumping him and all that shit, and they let this nigga push KD all the way out to the fucking 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? So now you throwing the whole offense off by not calling a foul. So if that's the kind of shit that's going on, then it's crazy, man. That nigga PJ Tucker at the time of his life over there, that nigga calling KD bitches in front of his mom and every goddamn thing. That nigga was all at the parade, drunk, talking shit like he was the reason they won. That nigga PJ was out of control. Have a ball, nigga. Your time to shine. Go ahead, my nigga. But if they do that and they don't call shit, the Suns might fuck around and lose to Memphis. If you really think about it, man. Like, they got that musclehead Bane nigga. What's the light skinned nigga? Brooks, the Brooks nigga, that fake ass tough nigga, man. That nigga want to be Pat Bev, Draymond, Pusha T, and Drake at the same time. He want to be all them niggas. And they got Lurch, Steven Adams ass back there ready to fucking drop the wood on any nigga come through there and foul the shit out of him. He don't give a fuck. And I ain't saying that they will beat him. I'm just saying, like, they can fuck around and find out. That's all I'm saying, man, for real. Cause like, ain't now one of them niggas gonna do shit about anything KD want to do on that goddamn court. But if you turn the fouls off, and you know they still got to deal with Japak Shakur thugged out ass. They still got to deal with that flying around ass young Westbrook ass 2.0 ass nigga. I'm just saying, if you gonna turn the fouls off, nigga, shit, I can lock KD up with the fouls off. Shit, man, for real, man. But me, I got the Clippers and Bucks. Let me nail this to the flow before I can get the fuck on. Like, I go Clippers, Bucks, maybe Denver. I like Denver, man, for real. I really like Denver, but we'll see, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think it might be Clippers, Bucks. I might go that route. And but that's why the game is played. But I'm off it, man. I might go fire up that goddamn Bucks parade. That nigga had a big ass fucking like 5-gallon fucking Ace of Spade or some shit he had. That nigga PJ out of control, man. Oh, man. But he should have been though, man. Like, nigga probably won't get another ring. Especially where he at? He with Harden? I think he over there in Philly with no, there ain't nothing up. So PJ, he was on one and he should have been. That's That's another feeling right there, like winning the championship, man. Like watching that clock wind down, knowing all your hard work done paid off, man. Like that's a whole nother feeling. But anyway, I still got my eyes on Boston. Like I ain't gave up hope on Boston yet. Let me give them niggas they credit. And the Heat got Kevin Love. I don't think niggas understand like how big that could be. You know what I'm saying? Pick and roll with them niggas, and then you got that nigga in the corner shooting threes. He basically your center now, or your power forward, however you want to line it up. Like, I don't know. I ain't too much tripping on the Sixers, man. I don't know, man. It's just something about them niggas that just don't concern me if I'm the other team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of them. It's just like, I don't know. It seemed like they got everything they need. They got the young nigga, Terrence Mann. Is it Terrence Mann they got over there? They got one of them young niggas. Then they got Tobias over there, man. Like, it's like, damn, they damn near got enough, but I just don't believe them, man. I don't know. I guess it goes back to you got to have a one option and a two option. And, you know, I guess you can't win with 2 second options neither. I think Embiid and fucking Harden are second options. And I just don't think you can win with 2 second options. That's kind of what Paul George went through in Indiana. They had a bunch of 2 and 3 options. And that's why they couldn't beat Bron them, because Bron them had a fucking one option. You know what I'm saying? Like when that shit get down to the shit, it's like we finna give this nigga the ball. When shit hit the fan and shit niggas start getting nervous, okay, call a timeout. We about to run this play for Steph, and all right, splash, and all right, we back up to calm the fuck down. Like I don't see Harden them having that. But that's just what the fuck it is. I'm saying only team really to pull that bullshit off with no first option, no second option, or third option was the goddamn Pistons, man. I still don't know who was the go-to guy on that goddamn team. I mean, you could say Sheed, but Billups was Mr. Big Shot, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it really never came down to nothing. They locked your ass up. They played D, and they was up 7 or 8. They didn't need no Big Shot. They didn't need no timeout and call a play. They didn't need it. It was up 7. You know what I'm saying? Because they locked your ass the fuck up, and they wasn't double teaming and all that shit, man. So, you know, them niggas, they pulled it off with basically 3 third options, a 4th option, and a 5th option. For real, none of them niggas, like, on their own would do shit. Honestly, but good job to them niggas, man. And they bench was a bunch of fucking security cops from the fucking mall. But it worked. You know what I'm saying? Until what? You know, back to the shit. Motherfuckers ain't want to pay Ben. I think that's what kind of crumbled that. But anyway, I guess you can't count out Chef, man. Like Curry, I'll be hating on that nigga Curry because I think Ray Allen is a better shooter. I really do. Or just as good. I think Reggie Miller is just as good. If them niggas was really given the freedom like Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, if them niggas really had the freedom to really gun off 10, 14, 15 threes in a game, they would have been making 7, 8, or 9 like him. It was a different game. I can't hold it against Steph, so I'm going to give him his credit. You can't count the nigga out. They still got Clay. Clay been cooking like a motherfucker too. I think the Kings in second, third place right now, but what the fuck ever. Don't nobody believe them. We don't believe you. You need more people. For real, at this point. I think niggas is coasting through niggas with the weak ass load management and niggas hurt and all that shit. That's why y'all up there. But like I said, we'll see. What else, fools, before I get the fuck on, man. I wrote the ain't definitely not getting into no relationship shit today. I had listened to some shit today. And just real quick, about black men and black women, and I had heard the nigga, it was a man and a woman, and a tranny came in the room, a trans or whatever. I ain't trying to offend no fucking body, because I'm sick of y'all with that shit. And was cussing the man out, and the man told the girl, you gonna let her talk to me like that, or let him or it or whatever the fuck he said? And the girl said, damn, you need me to fight your battles? That's a man. And the man said, well, y'all treat that motherfucker like a woman, and y'all making me treat him like a woman. But then when I ask you as a woman to get that woman, now you want to say that he's a man. I ain't getting into that. It was just some shit I wrote down, and I just threw it out there. Honestly, to wrap it all up real quick, if me and Janetta together and we at a restaurant, and a trans walk up and start arguing, going off on me, I do expect Janetta to cuss the motherfucker out. Deal with the verbal. If it go physical, I'm gonna knock this nigga the fuck out. If he all got his hands all in her face and all that, but like if we arguing over some seats or something like that, Janetta, go talk to that motherfucker, calm that nigga down, and we gonna sit the fuck down and eat. If we get all off into some, hey, bitch, shut the, nah, I gotta knock you the fuck, like you ain't gonna man up and wide shoulder my motherfucking wife in my face. Fuck all that. As far as the talking and the verbal shit, Janetta, take care of that motherfucker, because I don't know how to talk to people, especially when a nigga cut into you and like my man said, you want me to treat you like a woman, but you just told me to suck your dick. Like that shit is just confusing. But enough of that. I ain't gonna fuck with that shit today. I wrote down this, man, because this shit making me mad. Let me say this. This is making me mad. It makes me happy and it give me hope at the same time. It's a fucking whole gumbo of mixed emotions over here with this shit, and I'm gonna go see the shit. I said I might go see it, but I'm gonna go see Cocaine Bear. Like for real, I'm gonna slide out and see the shit, man. Fuck it, man. Dude on Clubhouse, he said Cocaine Bear is an example of a social experiment, like with the Yeezys and all that shit that I talked about before on here, that they put this shit out here just to see how much they can get away with. And it's like they do certain things and they promote certain things to put us in a mind state that this person is better than this person, or we got the better product because ours is in theater. So, you know, because when I first seen it, I was like, a crackhead or a cokehead bear, this gots to be a fucking comedy. It's not. They dead serious. If y'all look it up, they got that shit labeled like a horror suspense, like shit. It's not no fucking comedy. So I was like, damn, like what the fuck? So, you know, they got Cube Son on that shit, man. So they being dead ass serious. I saw the trailer and shit. I'm like, oh, this is serious. This is not a comedy. We might end up laughing at it because it might just end up being like one of those kind of movies where it's just so fucking stupid it's funny. But they dead serious with the shit. So, you know, just how the fuck we get all the way around to a dope fiend bear is what I'm asking, man. Like, what the fuck we gonna have next? A fucking fentanyl fucking ferret, man? Like, this shit is crazy, man. That shit is fucking nuts, man. And I think I hate to blame people for the avalanche, but somebody with the hey yo that starts the avalanche when a nigga down at the bottom of the fucking mountain and yelling up at the fucking that starts the avalanche. Now, that's what I'm saying. I think it kind of started with all this fucking Marvel Batman cartoon bullshit where niggas just start being like, we just gonna do fucking anything. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have to explain it. Mm-hmm. If we gonna go with the movie shit, if we going with the social experiment shit, and I kind of believe that shit sometimes because it's like they put shit in our face with the music and all that shit. They kind of beat the shit in our fucking head. Me and Janetta was talking about that shit the other day. I never press play on a Taylor Swift song, but I know a couple of them because they just play the shit so fucking much. You go in the store, that shit is on. You in the mall, that shit is on, and all that shit, commercials and movies, and you just hear fucking Lil Nas X, all kind of shit. We never fucking fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? Lil Uzi Vert and all that shit, man. TikTok and all that, they just drill it on us. So I do kind of get that. And then it's kind of like you don't want to be the out, and that's kind of where it kind of takes over the majority or whatever. Mm-hmm. Because it goes back to how we raise the motherfuckers. I ain't gonna get into that and all that shit. And we letting TV and TikTok raise our kids. So they like, oh, it must be popular. He got 2 million views. I don't want to be the only nigga not know the dance type shit. So that's why I say, you know, the start of the avalanche, whatever. But, you know, I feel like once they let them boys, you know, get away with shit, they just be like, nah, this ain't happen. That happened in the other universe, like Spider-Man type shit. Like, what happened to this nigga? Oh, nah, man, don't worry about that. That was the last movie. This is another universe. And niggas like, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. And we just kind of moved on because whatever. He got a fucking $600 million budget and niggas jumping through walls and all that shit. So we like, oh, it must be good because they made $300 million. Let me go see it too. So, you know, I feel like that. Or we can just act like that shit, you know, never happened in the comics, you know what I'm saying? And we'll just re-explain it another way in the next movie, and don't worry about it. They'll let it go. And, you know, it was over. And now we got a cocaine killing machine bear out here and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Come on, man. That movie should be 4 minutes long, man. It's a bear out there killing niggas and ate cocaine. Okay, shoot it. Like that, I don't know, man. They just toss out anything. Snakes on a plane. I just like that storyline was terrible to me. Like y'all can say what y'all want to say, but this Creed shit, I mean, they dragging the shit out this Creed shit. Good job. You know what I'm saying? I need a run like that. They just milking the shit out of Creed. That nigga fucking Apollo Creed dead and motherfucker. You turn over this grave. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. You can't tell me that it ain't better stories out there. We got better stories in the fucking city, if you ask me, man. It be some good shit on like Tubi, like good stories, man. I like we was watching, me and my daughter, them Dirty D. They say they coming with part 2 of season 2, Dirty D and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like that's kind of good stuff. Like what was the one Columbus Short was in? True to the Game. I like that shit, man. Like that was a good storyline, nice twist and all that shit. Picture if they'd have threw 50 million on top of that shit and put that shit everywhere, it would have been a different deal. You know what I'm saying? So just the fact that they low budget and like let me quote low budget. These niggas be putting millions in these movies, but like $1 million ain't enough these days when niggas is throwing in 300. You know what I'm saying? So just cause they low budget and they ain't got no big name like Michael B. Jordan on the fucking flyer, it puts us in a different fucking headspace, and that shit kind of fucks us up, you know what I'm saying? Which makes me believe in the herding and the fucking social experiment shit seem kind of a little bit true, you know what I'm saying? Because we like, Will Smith took the job, so it must be a good script. Will Smith is a good actor, so the movie must be good. Nigga, that Earth shit he did with his son, that shit was fucking trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas, and they still did $100 million of shit on that fucking movie. And it's like, that's the kind of shit you got to do these days. Like, as good as your story is, it don't fucking matter. And that's why I feel the way I feel about my shit. Like, but we can go back to like Halloween. Like, how many times we gonna revisit this story and just go along with all these twists and turns and shit? I think that was Halloween. I had saw the one, the nigga was in a fucking, like a fucking, was that Halloween where the nigga was in a fucking youth home? Like, when the fuck this nigga take off 5-6 years and be in a fucking youth home? And it's like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. That's just some other shit, man. Don't worry about. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, I'll tell y'all a movie. Maybe y'all seen it or didn't, or check it out. It's a movie called High Tension back in the day. That shit was good than a motherfucker to me. And niggas was not fucking with it, man. Like, that shit was good to me, but I don't know what it is, man. And the crazy part about Halloween is that I be seeing diehard ass Halloween fans saying that shit is trash. That's when it's like, okay. But they still do it because they playing with house money. Y'all niggas gave them 50 million or 200 million for the last movie. Of course they can double back and shoot another one for $4 million and make another 40 million and come back and shoot another one for $4 million. Y'all, they study winning, so I can't hate on them with that. But you know, people still go see the shit. So because it might not be Halloween at all. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, man, it could be that, you know, people just gonna go to the movies anyway. And that's just what families do, or that's just shit you do on the first date. And you just got to kind of put your shit in the line of fire for them to be able to even pick your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you go to the theater, it'd be 8-9 different movies, shit you never even heard of, never even seen a commercial for, but it's in the theaters. And you might fuck around, and you know how many people be like, well, fuck it, let's just give it a shot. When you go to the drive-in, they play 2 movies and all that shit, man, you fuck around, catch another movie, damn, they done made their money. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about word of mouth and all that, but maybe that's what it is, man. And cause I don't know, man, we let a lot of shit go based on how it's presented to us, man. We assume it's good because it's Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just assume it's good because it got a hot producer, or we assume that all the movies on Netflix is better than all the movies on Tubi because all Tubi movies is trash. And, you know, sad to say, we watch black movies or quote unquote low budget movies. We all want to be Siskel and Ebert when it comes to fucking Dirty D. We want to point out this nigga this. And then, you know, I saw the video where they said 50 Cent had the nigga come out the room twice. The nigga walked through the room and then came out the back. And it's like, damn, why the fuck we watching shit this deep? I'm sure we can go to other movies and see mistakes, but like, it seemed like we watching these with the fine, you know, comb and shit when it comes to these movies. And then we put the word out, man, that movie trash, man. That nigga pulled up in a white car and got out a black car. And it's like you put that word out that this nigga shit is trash because of that, but like nigga ain't got fucking 90 days to shoot a movie and $70 million to call this nigga back to fucking shoot this scene over again, and 30-40 motherfucking people with lights and all this shit, man. Y'all niggas, the shit that go into the shit, it's a whole different ball game. So, you know, I guess that's what it is, man. We just think shit is good because it got a billboard and got a commercial sometimes. So that's what made me kind of believe in that. Nah, you know, it's just, sometimes it's just a nice budget in marketing, man. Cocaine Bear, for real, man. Niggas had they got hit with a $35 million budget, bro. Like, man, my shit get a $35 million budget and I can go get the actors that I want and get the fucking producers that I want and the editors and the color people and the sound people. It's gonna be a whole different fucking ball game, man. Come on now. Like, niggas ain't got that, and I think we gotta be a little more lenient towards shit like that. But, you know, it's all how they hand it to you. That's how I look at it. And this Cocaine Bear shit just might be them seeing how far they can go and how much shit they can get away with. But it's also people backing the shit, man. Like, you know, niggas get out and support they folks, man. Y'all can say what y'all want to about these goddamn white folks, man. Them motherfuckers will get out, man. They a Notebook that shit up, and in they world, Notebook is a goddamn classic. Gump and all that shit, we helped them with the Gump shit, but what they made $300-400 million, like Matrix and all that shit, $1 billion. They didn't really need us to cover that tab. They did it. So they get out and support they shit, man. But then we come with something like a movie to me that's good. And I saw somebody on my friend list said the shit was trash, but who ate the potato salad? Who made the potato salad? That shit good to me. And I be telling niggas, man, that movie good. And most niggas be like, I heard it was trash. But who did you hear it was trash from? Another black person. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no white person saw that goddamn movie. So just me. I feel like we got enough as black folks to hype up any movie. We fucking did Soul Plane so goddamn wrong. I always say that. We bootlegged the shit. Me, I had the shit on bootleg. I ain't never went to the movie to see that shit. But we need that so the person who wrote the movie, produced the movie and all that, they can have money to come back and hit you with some better shit. Trust and believe, Walt Disney ain't start off with no fucking $700 million budget. Them first fucking cartoons and shit, man, that nigga probably was doing that shit out his fucking garage or something. And that's where we at. We in the garage right now, but whatever. That's just me crying about some shit. I'm just saying, man, these niggas playing with house money at this point, so it's easier to do that shit. But I ain't gonna hate too much because I'm gonna go see the shit. Like, with all that being said, I'm still gonna go see the shit, man. Mainly to hate on it, because if they letting this kind of shit in, man, they gotta let me in. That's why I say this the kind of shit that give me hope. But between this bear shit and Sharknado, I always talk about that, and the movie I seen, the Barbarian, the movie they supposed to shot in Brightmoor and shit and all that shit, man. That shit had a $4 million budget, and it cleared $45 million fucking dollars. And we ain't never even heard, like, when I mentioned that shit to people, like, you ever seen the Barbarian? They're like, no, nigga put me up on the shit. I asked niggas, they be like, I ain't never even heard of that shit. But they cleared $45 million because they had the money and the marketing to take that shit somewhere else. It wasn't just they didn't market that shit in Brightmoor. They didn't get no motherfucking billboard in Brightmoor because they know niggas ain't feeling no fucking ghosts in the basement shit in Brightmoor. That shit ain't happen. But they did what they got to do. But I think they did a lot of money overseas because they had money to put it over there in other places where they didn't even need Brightmoor. You know what I'm saying, to do that shit. But it's a reason why they hooked it to Detroit and Brightmoor, because location is everything. Actors is everything. Money for the budget is everything. When you watch the movie, it's like it's all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like a middle of the road movie that made middle of the road money. And it's pretty good to me. But, it's kind of clickbait when you say this movie was shot in Brightmoor. Because that's how a nigga told me about it. He said, man, they shot a movie in Brightmoor. You from Brightmoor, whatever. And then I'm like, damn, let me go watch it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how word get around. And I ain't going to be the type of nigga say the shit was trash. Check it out, man. Trust and believe that people in other countries, they like America. So if they hear the big cities, Detroit, you know what I'm saying, Chicago, LA, Miami, oh shit, a story about this like BMF, like, oh, everybody on that shit in Detroit, it's a chance for us to grab that coattail and pull a few niggas up if you're ready to go. But Not with a $5,000 budget, because they not gonna respect it. They respect BMF because it's on Stars. If that shit was on Tubi shot with fucking $25,000, we wouldn't be into it like we into it. We into it because all the extra shit that's wrapped around it that comes with a 50 cent in Stars budget. Other than that, but y'all know why I be hating, and y'all know why I'm mad, because I've been pushing my shit and to see some shit like this that float by, man. Honestly, man, it should be making me sick to my stomach, man. And that's mainly why I really ain't push my shit on kind of like local companies. I ain't got nothing against these niggas. They doing a good job and all of that, but like, y'all not gonna like disrespect my shit. You know what I'm saying? I put a lot of work into the shit. I wrote the shit, rewrote it, and all this stuff, man. Y'all know how a nigga get down, and just because it don't come with Will Smith and $100 million budget, I ain't gonna sit back and listen to y'all niggas say my shit trash. That shit bold as fuck. And that's not me, that's y'all. You know what I'm saying? I see how y'all do other niggas, so honestly, I'd rather just keep the shit to myself. Or until I can, you know, get my hands on the budget so I can do it right, so I can present it the right way. Because I do got my own expectations of the shit for myself, but whatever. I'm gonna go check the shit out because I love the craft, writing and all that shit, and I really want to see how they gonna make this shit cover 2 hours. Because like I said, this shit's supposed to be a 2-minute movie. Hey, daddy, it's a bear outside tripping. I'm going out there shoot that motherfucker. Like, I'm not finna be, or I'm calling the authorities, they gonna come get him. Like, that shit is over with in like 10 fucking minutes. Like, it's not no fucking 2-hour movie. I think the shit said like 95 minutes. That's an hour and a half. Like, that's what I want to go see. But I did see that that shit cleared $2 million the first day, for real. And that shit did like 23 million, like the first weekend. Them niggas halfway home, for real. And that's just theater. They ain't even sold the shit to no network yet. Once it go that route, it's gonna be that. So somebody fucking with it. And like I said, I'm gonna just add this to the give me hope list, man. I get one like this, I get a budget like this, man, we good. You know what I'm saying? Or like Get Out. I always say about Get Out and Blair Witch Project and shit like that, man. Niggas $60,000-$70,000 budget, nigga cleared 318 million. Come on, man. Niggas killing the game, man. Get Out with nigga bust us in the head for like $250 million. The budget on that bitch was like $5 million. All the nigga really need is the money to get the shit that he need, and the shit is gonna be on a whole different level. If y'all watch the behind the scenes of Get Out, them niggas did a good job. I'll be watching that shit because that's one nigga that really put a battery in my back too. That nigga Jordan Peele, he's another motherfucker, man. And like Them, They, and Us and all, I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And cause I know the work niggas put in to do that shit. So if y'all ever get a chance, go look at the shit. And them niggas, they got the actors they need. They got the fucking cameras they need. We run around this bitch with cannons that we bought out of motherfucking Best Buy. Like, the shit is just all different. Then you got your homeboy who really don't score movies scoring the shit for you because that's the nigga you can afford. All that shit trickle down and make your shit end up being some bullshit. And it end up being some shit like the movie I always be talking about, Thug Life, the fucking gang banging karate niggas. Like, if y'all ever find that movie, man, that shit is fucking, and they supposed to be dead serious. It's supposed to be gang banging karate niggas. They supposed to be serious, but nigga, you laughing the whole goddamn time. And the reason that you laughing is because it's low budget. Had that been Michael Jai White, it probably would have been a whole different deal. Michael Jai White in that movie script and $60 million is a whole different fucking movie. With the promotion and all that stuff, niggas would go see that shit, like, for real, because of him. He'll drag 20 million niggas in there anyway. But that's just what that is. I'm saying we go back to the budget shit, but the shit crazy. But, you know, you get out what you put in. You get what you plant. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a fucking watermelon seed in the ground and think you're finna get pineapples, man. It's just not gonna fucking happen. So, because let's just say Get Out would have dropped on Tubi or something, man, it probably wouldn't have went as far as it did because niggas, you know, got in their mind of what the fuck Tubi movies are. You got in your mind of what, it was on fucking Lifetime. Man, it was on BET. Like, we automatically do that to our fucking selves. And, you know, that's, to me, that shit is both. Because some of the shit be really good, and that's just what the fuck it is. But like I said, I'm gonna just say this before I dip and go lay my punk ass down, man. It's time to shut it down. if y'all want to pray over something next time, you know, son, let it be that. Pray that one of these niggas crack one of these goddamn doors for me so I can show y'all what I got over here for real. Because it's some good shit to me, man. I got some shit that I really want to put out, and I got a vision for it. And I can't do it with 60 grand. I mean, I could get it done for 60 grand. I could get it done for 100 grand, but like, it's not gonna be nowhere near what the fuck. The main character in my story is rich. I cannot have this nigga convince you that he got 700,000 in the bank and he driving a fucking 2010 fucking Tahoe. I can't convince you that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what make movies good. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is not shooting Transformers in a fucking garage with a goddamn green screen. Y'all ain't going for it. We need that fucking shit. So if y'all gonna pray over something, man, pray that they crack the door for me. But y'all be safe out here, man. Like I said, when I came in, it was nasty out there. But, you know, hopefully we get some days and then the sun will peek out a little bit, melt this fucking snow, get the fuck on. But I'm gonna get off of it, man. Y'all be cool. If y'all got any questions about the show, being a guest, submitting a topic, submitting some music, advertising, being a guest or whatever, shoot me an email, man. Mike with a Mike 313 at gmail.com. That's Mike with a Mike 313 at gmail.com. Shop with your folks, man. Deuce5clothing.com, createdbyjones.com, platinumstatus.com, detroitcousins.com, Betty's Girls Party event. For all your party and setup needs, man. That's my wife's stuff. They do a good job, man. They got the stuff on Instagram. If y'all want to check it out, everybody else, they got their Instagram too. Go check on there. I see that my man Ari, man, he getting into the photography shit too, man. So if y'all want to fuck with that, he's doing a good job on that. So y'all have at it, man. And I'm gonna let y'all get it. I'm finna get in here with these ladies and lay my punk ass down.
You were just listening to. Thanks for listening to. You were just listening to. Mike with the mic.